Hey, what's going on, friends and theme park fans? This is Silver Stix here for another Stix Top 6, where I count down the best and worst that theme parks have to offer. Walt Disney World is absolutely filled to the brim with thrill rides, stage shows from live and animatronic performers, and even incredible 4D adventures that literally take you straight out of this world. But buried deep amongst them all, beneath the hustle and bustle of theme park madness in general, lie my personal favorite type of attractions you can possibly find in any theme park. The simple, relaxing, but always beyond entertaining, boat rides. And of course, Walt Disney World does these the best by far. There's just nothing quite like stepping into a Disney boat ride, catching a whiff of that salty bromine smell in the air, feeling a slight rustle in the water as you step into your ride boat, and of course waving goodbye to the Disney cast members as you take off on your adventure. It is just a one-of-a-kind experience, and from educational tours to epic voyages, there's definitely a Disney boat ride for just about anyone to enjoy. So that's what I really wanted to talk to everyone about today, as we count down the top 6 best Walt Disney World boat rides. Starting off our list strong today, we'll be skating over to the Norway Pavilion over in Epcot's World Showcase to tackle the mind-blowingly themed thrill-tastic extravaganza, Frozen Ever After. And first things first, I know people hate on this attraction because it's not Maelstrom, but in my honest opinion, it's still a fantastic dark ride that tells the story of Frozen beautifully during its 5-minute duration through its use of songs from the film and some of the most incredibly impressive animatronic work to ever see the light of day. I swear, this attraction just puts me in a state of complete and utter amazement each and every time I step foot on the ride boat. I just get this rush of Frozen fever that comes over me, and I just feel completely entranced in the world of Frozen from start to finish. And without a doubt, I either want to ride it again immediately after, or go watch the movie the second I step off the ride boat into the queue. And of course, then I'll be humming the different Frozen songs for the rest of the day as well. Overall, it is just an outstanding boat ride based on an outstanding movie, and it's getting more and more people interested in World Showcase than ever before, so I don't know, I just see it as a win-win-win in every scenario, and I just simply can't recommend it enough. Splashing over to Adventureland in the Magic Kingdom, we'll come across the true definition of a boat ride with the legendary Jungle Cruise. This 10-minute tour through the exotic rivers of Asia, Africa, and South America has been a fan-favorite classic attraction since the opening day of Disneyland back on July 17th in 1955. So naturally, when Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom opened its gates on October 1st, 1971, the Jungle Cruise opened right alongside it, and to this day, it's as perfect as ever. It features audio animatronics of all kinds to bring the cruise to life, like elephants that spray water all over with their trunks, a snake twirling in the tree branches, and even scavengers and tribesmen guarding the forest. This really is an experience you can only find at a Disney park, and all of this is complemented by the Jungle Cruise tour guides, who always have the best puns and jokes to keep anyone around invested.
Folks, up to the left-hand side, a beautiful python. Folks, how can we know this is a python and not a boa? Doesn't have any feathers. Yeah.
Look, I know I'm essentially beating a dead horse at this point because I've never met someone who doesn't like the Jungle Cruise, but if you somehow still haven't been able to take a trip on this incredible attraction, then by all means try to do so as soon as possible. It's a Disney tradition. Ahoy, mateys! Sticking around in Adventureland, we'll have a swashbuckling good time on the unimaginable high seas excursion, Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, come on guys, how could this ride not have taken a spot on the best boat ride list? The sheer amount of secrets, Easter eggs, and stories to be told about this attraction earn it a spot all on their own in my opinion. Throw in the 119 audio animatronic pirates, 8.5-minute ride time, and a gentle 14-foot drop directly underneath the Walt Disney World Railroad, and you've got yourself one phenomenal attraction. Pirates is and always has been a staple of the Disney parks, and I do try to make it a point to take a spin on it every time I visit the Magic Kingdom, or as much as I possibly can at least, because even through all of its refurbs and updates throughout the years, it still remains such a nostalgic, impressive, and exciting dark ride. I still get chills just thinking about dropping into the first big scene in the middle of a battle between a massive pirate ship and a bunker firing cannons splashing the water all around you. Ooh. It's just perfection on all levels. I could gush all day about this attraction, but I mean, it's Pirates of the Caribbean. Everybody already knows it's awesome. I guess this is just your friendly reminder to make sure you always pay it the respect it so rightfully deserves. Following the scent of tortilla chips and bromine in the water, we'll find the Mexico Pavilion over in Epcot's World Showcase, which just so happens to house our number 3 pick today, the Grand Fiesta Tour starring the 3 Caballeros. And I just can't help it, I just find this attraction so visually pleasing. I love all the different set pieces from the Mayan temple and the party scene, to the It's a Small World-esque section of the ride, to the amazing audio animatronics of the 3 Caballeros at the end of the tour performing on stage. The entire experience is just flat out gorgeous from all angles, and I can't think of one single dull moment throughout the whole ride. And this part could just be because Disney understands my sense of humor, but I personally think all the different screens showing Donald, Panchito, and Jose in the different paintings in different parts of the world are just hilarious no matter how many times I see them. And finally, the little cherry on top of this whole adventure, I've never seen this attraction above a 10-minute wait time. 9 out of 10 times you visit the park, this is a guaranteed walk-on attraction. So if you're anything like me and you like to kick back and enjoy a relaxing boat tour while you take in some vibrant scenery, then the Grand Fiesta Tour may just be right up your alley. In search of the Shaman of Songs, we'll head on over to Pandora, the world of Avatar over in Disney's Animal Kingdom, to travel along the Casvapan River throughout the beautiful bioluminescent Pandorian rainforest in the one-of-a-kind 5-minute dark boat ride, Navi River Journey. This attraction is simply candy to the eyes. I promise you will be absolutely glued to the neon forests and the wildlife living throughout. The absolutely seamless use of screens, animatronics, and physical sets combined truly make for a sensory stimulating experience unlike any other that genuinely transports you into the world of Avatar in a way you can find nowhere else. And featuring at this point in time the most advanced audio animatronic figure in all of Walt Disney World definitely helps it earn a spot on this list too. And I mean, you get super close to the figure, and no matter how many times I seem to go through this boat tour, my mind is still blown to pieces whenever I get the smallest glimpse at it. That animatronic alone is reason enough to give this attraction a shot, but honestly, Navi River Journey is incredible in just about every other way imaginable as well. There's just something so peaceful and serene about being in the middle of the Pandorian forest with the sounds of the insects all around you and the wildlife roaming around right before your eyes. It's genuinely a one-of-a-kind experience that anyone would be crazy to pass up on any trip to Disney's Animal Kingdom. Alrighty folks, for our honorable mention today, we'll be heading over to Fantasyland and the Magic Kingdom to take a ride on the happiest cruise that ever sailed. It's a Small World. And I'll just go ahead right up front and answer the question that's on everyone's mind. How is this an honorable mention? Well, simply enough, our Walt Disney World version doesn't feature the Disney character puppets in their designated countries like how it is in Disneyland, and that's definitely not a deal breaker by any means. I mean, I still hop aboard It's a Small World most times I visit the park, but it's still a tiny setback, and until they update it, I'll always say it just deserves an honorable mention. However, It's a Small World is still one of the all-time best attractions that you can find at any theme park. The vibrant and vivid set pieces, the incredible Sherman Brothers composed music, and the nostalgic vibes that are just excreted from every inch of this attraction are just the icing on this all-around legendary boat ride. And because of all those reasons, It's a Small World will certainly be around for a long time to come. So what are you waiting for? Take a spin on this tour and just watch as all your problems and stress melt away as you get completely lost and immersed in this wonderful 12 to 15 minute tour of our beautiful Earth and the countries that make it whole. Right then, finishing off our list today, we'll be heading over to Future World in Epcot, specifically inside the Land Pavilion, where we'll be able to find the aptly titled Living with the Land boat ride. And I know I'm going to catch some heat for having this as my number one pick today, because I see this attraction getting so much hate amongst the Disney community. But in all truthfulness, I absolutely love it. Living with the Land is a 20-minute narrated boat tour describing the evolutionary growth, history, and day-to-day operations of greenhouses and farming culture in general. This is done through the use of exceptional props, sets, screens, and dark ride elements, but then it's increased tenfold when you enter the actual greenhouses and live fish farms kept on Walt Disney World property. Oftentimes you'll even go through while people are working with all the plants and fish all suited up in their Disney brand farm equipment. It's genuinely really cool, there's just no better way to put it. Even the plants themselves are just interesting on their own, like the 9-pound lemons, Mickey Mouse shaped pumpkins, or even the Guinness Book of World Record holding 30,000 filled tomato farm, and so much more. I mean, this is one impressive set of greenhouses. In fact, Epcot could be, in any time of crisis, completely self-sustainable thanks to this whole system, which is a very interesting little tidbit. I personally just find this whole tour interesting. I'm not even super smart or anything, and it still has me flabbergasted every time I take a ride through here. Even the short movies toward the end of the ride hold a small little place in my heart. I really just can't get enough of this one, and I think if everyone gets in the right mindset of cooling down and unwinding while we learn a thing or two about farming and a thing or two about Disney, then Living with the Land could truly be seen as the best boat ride in all of Walt Disney World. I know it certainly is in my eyes. Alrighty folks, that's gonna about wrap up my Stix Top 6 Best Walt Disney World Boat Rides. I really hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and share the video around. It'd mean a lot and help out a ton. Also, leave in the comments what your favorite and least favorite boat rides are so we can start a conversation down there. But anyway, with all that out of the way, this is Silver Stix signing out. Hope you have a great rest of your day, theme park fans. Peace.